And we are back with our challenger matchup. Hello, everybody. I am back once again. Like I said, I am MD. I still have Russ bruising in the background, but on the desk with me now, I have Bulletnote. Welcome back, Bullet. It's been a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Hey guys, good to see everybody. I have a lot of responsibilities and I was playing in another league. Shout out CSA, but happy to be here. Excited for this challenger matchup we got going on tonight between Thunder Pups and Meat Lovers. Going to be a good matchup, I think. MD, great job on the last match too. Definitely a lot of fun to watch you guys do your thing. But yeah, let's talk about tonight. Let's talk about what we got going on.
Once again, like we do not have updated stats to Wednesday. Believe we're just a match day behind, but going ahead and looking at stats at the moment, I mean, once again, similar to that last game, stats are looking very similar across the board. I mean, Meat Lovers are out shooting by about 20 shots at the moment, but Thunder Pups are a little bit more accurate at having a better shooting percentage. So across the board, I mean, look at the goals versus and the saves. They are literally identical. So this game could go any way.
Yeah, no, I was looking at standings here before the matchup, and it does look like we got a pretty square uh, set of circumstances here for these two teams. Definitely going to be interesting. I think it's really going to be kind of like a sumo wrestling match where the first one to sort of buck is going to take that edge. But we talk about standings overall too, right? Thunder Pups sitting second in their conference right now with their current record, and then Meat Lovers sitting third in their conference. So both these teams within the top five as well overall. So definitely going to be a high tier matchup tonight. Looking forward to it. Let's get on to player stats.
Yes, so we're going to look at the Thunder Pups first. Leading the way, we have KGS Safe with 20 games played. We have Swzyy GN, Panda, and Slowsociety. And looking across the Thunder Pups overall, I mean, KGS definitely seems to be the offensive first option. I mean, 54 shots, 18 goals, 33% shooting percentage, and Panda being the second man there with 15 goals on 44 shots. So a lot of shots being thrown out by this whole team.
Yeah, and it does sort of seem like Panda and KG seem to be those front runners on the team, but don't discount Swizzy out too. Definitely getting his own fair share of shots in there. 33 shots, 8 goals off of 17 games. And if we see those three starting, I think we're going to see a really good rotation come out of them, just sort of a continual blender type that I usually like to talk about. So
Yeah, seeing teams that rotate well is just a beautiful thing to watch. Uh, and looking at the demos, we have Panda coming in to this match with 27. So I think and then KG is coming in with 14. So we're gonna see probably a little bit more boomage here and there as we look over at the Meat Lovers with Rampage, the Jeansman, Taco, and Curls. Taco being one of our own casters here on the desk, is actually playing on stream tonight. So maybe we'll get to roast him a little bit.
yeah, we'll see what we can do here. But interesting matchup here. You look at Meat Lovers, you see that they sort of have a similar vibe going on with Thunder Pups here, as we just talked about. Rampage and Jeans both having a roughly 32 and 36 shot percentage, respectively, and then Taco coming in the back to make his own fair share of shots. But you look at the shot differential between the teams, and this does look like maybe Meat Lovers is going to come out swinging pretty hard here when we line up. 60 shots over 20 games from Rampage and 69 shots over 18 from Taco. This is a team that harasses the opposing team. And I think Thunder Pups definitely have their work cut out from them. But it really, like I said, is going to go either way here, depending on which team gets that edge first.
Yeah, and also we also see Rampage and Taco coming in with 24 and 23 demos apiece. So this is gonna be there's gonna be a lot of bumps and demos in this game. I think just based off of at least four of the players that could potentially be in this lobby at the time. We do have everybody in the lobby. We're going to go ahead and start getting them onto the field. Bolt, if you'll take care of that, because you'll do it a lot faster than me.
Sure, no worries. Let's do it.
Going to go ahead and get the teams onto the field here. Looking at who we have in the lobby, looks like we have Jeans, Curls, and Taco. And then we have Panda, Cage, and Swizzy. So both of these teams looking to light up the night, hopefully get some demos, obviously come away with the win. As we get this game underway, Meat Lovers are going to take immediate possession, and then
No
Curl's
way.
already starting off with the demo.
That's crazy. Get your popcorn out, folks. This is definitely going to be one to watch here as Curls takes the ball here up to the side, gets to meet up with Panda here as it bounces mid. Jeansman going up for a shot, gets it past one, and almost knocks it into the own net, but KG's there to knock it back out. Immediate offensive pressure, like we were talking about, from 50-50 Pizza. And Taco now just sort of waiting, playing the waiting game, trying to knock that in, but KG's there to clear it out. KG now with no boost goes up the wall to fake a shot, but lets it loose for Jeansman, leaving Swzyy to try and send it downfield.
Oh, what a read from Curls. Curls trying to get the second touch, runs out of boost, unable to get it to it. Panda sends this to the backboard. It's collected by Jeansman. Taco's already demoed, and like I said, we were expecting some fireworks immediately as we already got people starting to demo here. Swzyy has possession, just drops it to Curls. KGS is able to get this cleared. Jeansman runs out of boost, unable to get that touch. It's a shot from Panda. Curls is there for the save. KGS to the middle. Is anybody there? There's Swzyy, a great save from Taco. Jeansman is able to clear this away.
Yeah, and what a clear by Jeansman here. He saw the entire Thunder Pups team up on the front, but now an opportunity here with an open net. KG going up, gets knocked away by Curls, unfortunate, leaving Swzyy in the back line to make the save on the 50 at the goal line. Jeans comes up here, knocks it mid, looking for a pass from his teammate, but KG meets him on the wall, leaving it down for Swzyy now as they get sort of left in the corner. Someone's got to knock this ball out of the corner here as Curls goes up and tries to send it for his teammate, but it gets knocked away by Panda. Another open goal situation that's going to go wide from Swzyy here as Taco's left to catch it. And a little bit of a basketball game going on here as we just sort of go back and forth. The ball is sort of staying above the net too, not really getting anything going on.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen shots kind of be peppered by both sides now as both Curls and Jeans were up for that. Curls looking for a pass, but Taco decides to just wait it out. Curls into the corner. Taco has no boost, so he just has to leave this alone. Swzyy will take possession, immediately gets challenged by Jeans. Curls looking for a shot on target. Can anybody stop it? Yes, KG is there. Curls off to the sidewall, leaves it for Taco. Taco unable to make contact. This ball goes all the way back to Jeans, who has to try to collect it and slow this offense down. Somehow manages to get a 50. Can they pop it out? No, Taco calls him off. I'm not sure why. A little bit of a miscommunication as the ball now just kind of falls midfield to the backboard once again.
Yeah, and they're just going to give it up off the backboard there. KG has just been really good staying on top of the ball on the defensive half of Thunder Pups, making sure that nobody gets a shot opportunity. And what a pinch out as that ball goes slammed across the field here. KG takes it now again, sends it up to Taco, gets it past Jeans, demos him for the effort, and it gets knocked over to the side now, though. Swzyy and Panda going to have an opportunity to make some kind of play here as Panda comes up, gets the knock off backboard. Where's the shooter? KG's up, gets met with the 50, and it's knocked down away again. And if we're going to talk about just Challenger as a whole, right? Challenger this season has just been, if I had to sum it up in 2 words, it's fast and it's aggressive. Every team that we've seen on stream has come out swinging, wanting to prove themselves, wanting to say, hey, I'm here and we're going to show you guys how to win on live. And one team doesn't and one team doesn't. And right now, neither team seems to really get an edge. We're just going back and forth.
I have to say, if I had to compare how I've seen Rival play this season in particular to, I guess, my own experience in RSC, I would have to compare it to, oh boy, I want to say season 8, maybe? Season 8 of what is now the Rival tier. At the end of that season, the number 1 seed was split 5 ways. Like, it was an incredibly tight tier. So to see the way they're playing right now, it just kind of reminds me of that. Everybody's on top of the ball, moving down the field, passing the ball well, trying to find their teammates, and also just getting demos and moving very efficiently. It's unlike any Challenger tier that I've seen before.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And if we look at like Challenger standings as a whole, as we're watching these 2 teams duke it out, the top 9 teams are split by 4 wins. Which is crazy to be this early in the season and have that split. And we get an open net opportunity here. KG, right place, right time, gets it past the defender in the corner. We'll go back to talking about the season earlier here, but look at Swzyy getting it around 1, faking out the double touch, leaving it for KG to knock in. And Thunder Pups are going to go up 1-0 with just under a minute left. I don't know if there's going to be enough time, as we've seen the back and forth here, for Pizza to respond.
They had to score really quickly. Jeansman pops it up, maybe has an opportunity, looking to get it by 1, looking for the air dribble bump. KG is able to slow himself down just enough to get the ball cleared and get the 50. Ball's going to end up in Panda's hands. He's going to send this downfield to try to buy his team some time. Curls, 0 boost, trying to get back to the ball. unable to get by Swzyy. Swzyy pops it up. Taco's already in the air. Panda downfield to Swzyy, just gonna get a touch. Just playing keep away right now. That's all Thunder Pups really have to do. Curls, pass to the middle. There's Jeansman, a shot on target. Is it gonna go? No, Swzyy is able to clear it away.
What a save by Swzyy there to knock it down these last couple seconds. That was almost a tied up opportunity there to push it to OT. And here comes Swzyy coming to knock it down away. And they're going to bounce it out, try and make something happen here, but they're in their own side of the net here. They got to get it back across the field. 0 seconds, ball still in the air. What a bump from KG to make sure that that ball falls. And Thunder Pups are going to take game 1 here.
That was a very intense back and forth. We saw them definitely get aggressive with the demos, kind of what we were expecting, and Thunder Pups come out with the open net, able to get it into the back of the net finally after it was so long, we were almost at 5 whole minutes before a goal was scored. We almost saw a 0-0 OT. Jeansman is backing out, unsure if sub or just changing car possibly. But no, Thunder Pups and Meat Lovers are playing great overall. I mean, a good defensive game. We do see Rampage coming in, so Rampage is subbing in for Jeans. But looking at how this went, Bullet, are we just expecting it to be this close to games? Are we expecting 1-0 the whole entire series?
You know what? So let's talk about that though, because let's talk collectively as a whole. 189 touches on Thunder Pups, 171 touches on Meat Lovers for a combined like 360 touches total. And on top of that, across the two teams, 200 bumps between the two players or between the two teams. Like this is like I said, this is a sumo wrestling match. This is a slap fight. These two teams are going to go back and forth, and the slightest mistake is going to open up a scoring opportunity. And right now, Thunder Pups was able to take advantage of that on that open net touch in. We'll see if they get another opportunity here in game 2 as we're lined up for it. But Meat Lovers are going to be looking for that slight opening of their own.
As we get game number 2 underway, Meat Lovers hoping to try to break through the defense this time that Thunder Pups were able to set up. Thunder Pups kind of set up their own version of the blue wall that we all know in RLCS. Carmine Corps still being one of the best defensive teams in the world at the moment. Rampage is able to set this ball down, but KG is going to have possession of the ball and the boost. Looking to put it into the corner. Curls is there, trying to win the 50. Goes out to Panda. There's Swzyy with a touch on target. Curls is going to send this all the way downfield, but KG is already back and is able to deal with this easily.
Yeah, and I'm sure Swzyy would have liked to get a better touch on that as it goes screaming back across the net. But Swzyy had an opportunity there to get a pretty open net opportunity as both defenders are sort of caught off guard. But KG's going to knock it down here. He's got no boost in the corner. He's going to have to get creative with the play here as Curls is just waiting. And probably the slowest play we've seen all series so far as that ball goes bounced out to the corner again. Curls is going to rush it down here, make a pass attempt, gets it past one. Rampage throws it to the middle. Where's their shooter? Taco's waiting midfield patiently, but has to get it around Panda and can't do it as Panda sends it midfield and now gets knocked away too. Sends it across back to the goal. Great challenge there. And who died there? Oh, unfortunate. KG sent to the respawn screen. Has to immediately go back to third man and immediately make a save on the ball here as that ball rolls up the side here. KG now with boost though is going to be looking for an opportunity to respond as he comes up, gets it past one, gets knocked down for it, gets knocked away by Taco, but an awkward bounce sends it still in front of the goal here. And Swzyy gets met by Curls. What a save by Curls here, coming across the side to clear it out.
Rampage low on boost, trying to continue the offensive onslaught, but kind of just gets picked up by, I believe it was KG there. What is happening here? Okay, ball is back towards Taco. Taco and Curls, a little bit of a miscommunication here. KG is going to put this to the backboard. Ball gets sent down, but I believe that was Rampage. Rampage picks up the boost, has possession of the ball, looking to get it back by one. Demos Panda for the clear. KG has no boost. Taco's going to be able to clear this all the way downfield, looking for a little bit of pressure, but right now the ball's just always finding its way into the Thunder Pups' hands.
Yeah, and Thunder Pups have really had to try and just sort of sit on defense here. They haven't had an opportunity to make any kind of breakout, and a shot comes wide from the side from Curls. Oh man, Curls comes screaming in off a corner touch here that Taco made with an excellent 50 as that ball just sort of gets sort of wide there, and Panda just caught front post, can't get up to it.
Upper 90. That was a powerful shot coming out from Curls. Meat Lovers put themselves on top, able to break through the defense that Thunder Pups were setting up. Thunder Pups are doing a good job of not only maintaining control of their own half, but they are very strong in the midfield as well. They're getting to these touches very quickly. Swzyy, shot on target. Taco is able to rush back, gets the save. A little bit of panic from his own teammate Curls there, but right now Taco is able to keep his team with this 1-goal lead and get another save, already picking up a savior medal.
Yeah, and Swzyy had a great opportunity there to tie that score up, but just unfortunately met the defender on the goal line here as that ball floats midfield here. Curls is going to leave it for Panda here. Panda's going to get an opportunity as he goes right into the mouth of 50-50 Pizzeria, leaving that ball open. KG's going to carry it across, leave it for, get demoed for it, but he gets the save and prevents the goal. Swzyy now pops it mid, turns it back over to Curls. Didn't really get an opportunity to sort of counterattack there, but they might have their opportunity now as that ball floats high mid, and nobody really going up for it as Taco comes and just throws it to the corner.
Ball bouncing straight down. KG's up. Swzyy just kind of waiting backboard, full boost, looking for a touch, able to get it by one, but there's Taco waiting to the backboard. Doesn't have a follow from his teammate. Yes, he does. There's Curls, but Swzyy manages to get back in time with an incredible save.
What a save off the post to pinch it out after KG tried to fake the follow-up, and that ball is going to bounce to the corner now. It's going to come back in now. Curls going to try and knock it clear as the net seems sort of open now. Taco throws it wide, and it sort of seems like Thunder Pups in general have been a little bit slower this game. They've been a little bit slower to react. They've been a little bit slower on the counterattack, and they haven't had really a lot of those opportunities that they had last time.
No, I would 100% agree. Meat Lovers now seem to be in complete control of this game, and it seems like Thunder Pups are definitely playing more to their pace. That is a great touch from Taco, but he didn't have a follow-up from any of his teammates. Swzyy gonna pop this up for a teammate. There's Panda shooting it down. Target is just underneath the crossbar, and Panda, oh my, what a shot from Panda.
Yeah, these are two really, really fun teams to watch. Panda with an excellent knockdown, and Swzyy setting it up as almost like a layup to throw it up to him. You can tell there's a lot of synergy across these two teams. Both these teams really have sort of things figured out for each other, and it's really just a great showcase of the individual skill that we're seeing in Challenger right now.
Rampage looking for a pass in the middle. Taco is demoed. Curls is there, but unable to put one on target. Still plays the 50 on KG. Here comes Rampage again. Runs out of boost. Taco is bumped. Ball still in the middle of the box, though. KG has very little boost, trying to get a 50 with Curls. It's going to end up in the corner. Taco is already up to the backboard. Panda's going to be able to clear this away. Curls is already just sitting there. We might be in for an overtime situation. Curls, a shot on target. KG just has to get one touch. There's a double commit on the Thunder Pups side. Curls down to Taco. Can Taco get a touch? It is still up 0 seconds. Can anybody get a goal? It's going to get cleared away. They might be able to just drop it here. No, KG keeps it up.
Still keeps it up into the corner. It's going to come across here. Oh, almost. It gets sent down wide, and we go to OT.
Well. We were definitely expecting this game to be very, very close. And if these first couple games were anything to go off of, this is going to be an incredible series to watch. Oh, is this going to go into the net? No, Panda's able to clear it. Rampage is there for the second opportunity. Taco was trying to prevent the ball from getting cleared out, but Swzyy, I believe, or was that KG, was able to clear the ball away.
No, KG in the net standing on business just stood right on the goal line and said it's not coming through and was able to knock it out on the 50. That ball's going to roll up the side now. Panda's going to force the cut here, send it wide. KG's going to have to chase it down. Throws it back to Swzyy with a net opportunity. It's locked down by Rampage as he knocks it clear, coming in and making a game-saving save here as Panda now gets the cut on the cross shot and leaves it up into the corner. But they're going to leave it for Curls now, who has an opportunity, but he's met by Swzyy, who gets faded out. Leaving KG to have to push it out, pushes it wide. Taco going up, throws it mid. Here's his teammate, knocks it down off the crossbar, and we're going into OT again. Still 1 minute in with no change in scores. That's going to come off the backboard now.
Rampage pitches it to the middle. Is Taco up? Yes, he is. Can he get the touch? No, Taco is going to whiff. The ball's going to this overtime stays on. Thunder Pups are scrambling a little bit here as Meat Lovers are just absolutely pounding the back of the net. There's a demo, but unfortunately Taco is unable to make contact with the ball.
Oh, an unfortunate miscue there is that ball didn't get touched quite where it needed to go into the net and just sort of floated aimlessly off an open net opportunity here from 50-50. But what a pinch out to Panda to get knocked,
Oh
and
my.
Taco's there to meet it. That was almost the game ender right there. KG picks up boost, turns, grabs the ball, dodges one, gets up to the wall where Taco's there to knock it down. Skizzy's going to come across. Curl's going to leave it to the corner. Skizzy's going to try and set up an opportunity here off the 50, but Rampage is just bigger and throws it to the corner. But Panda's there to set it up again. Tries to get a cheeky little pump off to throw it to KG, and Swizzy's now forced to play defense here. Throws it back up mid. Panda's up, but they don't think they get the touch out as Rampage throws it clear, leaving KG to catch now. And you can sort of see that they're getting a little familiar here on ThunderPup's side. They sort of play this 2-1 kind of balance where they throw one back and throw two up to try and make a play, rotate out, reset, do the same thing. And it's working out for them well. They've managed to go almost 3 minutes now into OT after scrambling in the first minute as a touch goes wide to Panda. A dangerous play across the goal. Panda's going to leave it for his teammate here, force KG to go for the 50. Rampage throws it to the corner, tries to get a teammate to pass it up. That might just go in. And there it is with a double commit that works out in their favor. Rampage leaving it off the wall here for Taco as he was coming in, and that's just enough confusion to leave Swzyy on the back line and not able to make it work. And what an answer from Meat Lovers coming back here, tying things up 1-1 in the series.
Man, and Taco having a game of his life right now, putting up 609 points, 1 goal, 1 assist, 4 saves, and 2 shots. Man's putting up a cycle in this game. This was so close. This really could have went either way. It just happened to be a double commit that worked out because there was just enough confusion, like you said, that put Meat Lovers over the top and allowed them to take this game 2 victory. But man, this could have been a really long overtime. This could have went either way.
Yeah, and we see Taco's backing out here. Don't know if he's just going to reset his lobby or change his car, but really just neither of them able to make a dominant performance as they just met with this brick wall of defense from both teams, right? And you look at that in, again, just high level of touches, high level of saves across both teams. We're tied up 1-1. I don't really think either team has an edge here, as both are just playing lights out Rocket League right now. You think we're going to go for a full 2-2 here? You think someone's going to get the edge in?
Honestly, at this point, I'm hoping for a 2-2. I know the teams probably aren't, but I would love for this to be split, so that way we could potentially see these two teams come back again during the playoffs and really decide it then. Because that would just be chef's kiss.
Well, let's see what happens as we get into game 3 here. Kickoff goes far to Curls here as he knocks it to the corner. Rampage is going to go up for an early attempt here as a shot as Panda and KG get tied up in the middle or in the corner and knock it away. Seems like Meat Lovers have sort of seen that if they play a little more aggressive, they can shake Thunderpups a little bit. But Thunderpups aren't that easy to knock off, and they're going to come right back with a bump from the goal line as KG's going to get the corner read and knock it right in. Look at this. KG drilling it across midfield up to Swzyy. Swzyy lands on top of Rampage and knocks him out to free the goal for KG, and what a shot.
Great play from Thunderpups to put them on top early. Finally, we're not seeing them go extra amount of time before finally getting a goal. Rampage slop shot on target. Here comes Jeans. Jeans will put it on target. Gets demoed for his efforts as well. And now we're just probably going to see an absolute shootout between these two teams.
Yeah, maybe we've sort of seen them size each other up in games 1 and 2, right? And now we're going to see them really start to push for it as we see a lot more aggressive play, maybe a little bit sloppier play, but hey, that's more entertaining for us, so let's see what happens.
Swzyy putting a shot on target already. Panda was trying to cut that off, but unable to reach it. Curls. Sizes it up KG. KG is able to pop this over 1. Pops it over 2. Jeansman looking for a bump. Manages to keep KG off the ball. Rampage gets it by 1. Has the boost. Unable to get it by Panda. Panda looking for a pass to the middle. Unable to find anyone. Rampage is already downfield. Can they put it on target? No, it is off the post. I know he wants that one back.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Awesome scoring opportunity by 50-50 as they kind of just got everybody locked out of the defensive zone there, but that net was open. And KG's going to send it downfield here, leave it for Jeansman and play his touch. He throws it mid. Panda's waiting to come in, but Swizzy's there at midfield to throw it right back in. And we'll see if they can get some of this rotation started that we were talking about as Swzyy comes up and knocks it mid, leaves it for KG. KG's going to be waiting for a shot here, throws it off the backboard. Panda comes screaming in, doesn't quite go where it needs to go, and now KG's forced to rotate back out, forced to play that defense and challenge that 50, but that 50 doesn't quite go where he wants it as Curls goes and knocks it to the side, doesn't get the shot opportunity he was looking for. KG now throwing that ball away. They're going to try and get another opportunity set up here. Swzyy throwing it mid-high, gets knocked. KG gets the 50. Here comes Panda. Panda gets 50'd in the middle. Swizzy's there on an open net, throws it wide and gets knocked away by Rampage. But look at this positioning by Panda to go right back to the corner and try and set up another opportunity as we see kind of that 3-2-1 rotation that they were talking about.
Here comes a shot from Panda, but Jeans was already set up in net. Curls gonna send this downfield, trying to get it by KG in the midfield, unable to do so, but Jeans has already had the follow-up. Gets a 50 in the corner, has to get by one more player. Can he do it? No. KG is once again just there. KG has been lights out defensively. Man has been placed exactly where he needs to be to make sure that this ball goes exactly where they need it.
Yeah, no, for sure. He's definitely been playing a stellar play. Unfortunate that his one touch kind of result. Oh, awkwardness
no.
here. Hold on, Curls making some, taking advantage of some miscues here on the Thunderpups side. Gets a weird bounce mid that Swzyy just comes off the bar a little bit awkward for. Tries to get back to it in time, but Curls is going to help him just put it in the net.
2-1 lead to the Meat Lovers here. Thunderpups trying to get back on top of this game. KG unable to win the 50 through Curl. Swzyy gets the ball but has no boost, is able to get it by both of the defenders, but Rampage is able to get back in time. Gets a 50 with Panda, who leaves it for KG. KG has no boost, unable to make the touch, was trying to pass it down to Swzyy. Swzyy trying to get the ball to the middle and is immediately challenged by Curls, and there's Panda booming it right back downfield. It's going to be a shot on target. What a save from Jeans. KG is unable to put it on target, and now the Meat Lovers are going to try to take possession of this ball once again.
Yeah, and Swzyy going for a ground pinch there to Panda. Gets knocked away. Now KG's going to get an opportunity here as he goes to the corner, forces the 50 wide and over, but Swzy's going to wait on Rampage's touch here to try and send something to his teammate. He fakes a touch mid. It doesn't go where it needs to. KG's there to throw it back. Panda's going to rotate third here, play the goal line. That's going to waterfall off the back of the board there. Drops down, leaves it, sends it midfield again, but Meat Lovers can't get back to it in time. Leaves KG to place the 50, and KG, let's talk about him. He's been dominant on these 50s with his with the Meat Lovers here. Has not been able to let them get by them, and he goes up here, gets over one, knocks it midfield. That's a shot opportunity off a demo. Swizzy's going to carry it up. Panda's there. The whole team's up here trying to get that tying play, and it's going to bounce sort of just aimlessly now as we wait for an opportunity. What a pass back to Panda that wasn't quite ready for it, but KG now gets the ball, gets the boost, is going to make an opportunity to make a star play here as it gets met by two defenders. And you can tell Meat Lovers know they've got to put pressure on KG because if they give him time with that ball, he's going to try and make something happen.
Swizzy's going to put this off to the side here. KG trying to rush down to the ball. Curls is already there. KG did manage to get the boost, but they have to maintain possession of this ball now. Rampage to Jeans. Jeans is going to be off the crossbar and out. Unbelievable that did not go find the back of the net.
Yeah, and really great defense here from Thunderpups to make sure that there wasn't an even easier shot there as that gets knocked away here. 20 seconds left, full court press here as the whole team comes up, trying to make a play, throws it mid. That's going to go wide of their net, but Swizzy's there to try and throw it back in. Panda's waiting patiently, throws it mid. Panda's going to go. He's going to throw it mid. Where's the shooter? KG's waiting for the touch. A shot now comes wide, goes just high, and Swizzy's going to pop it up, and now with 0 seconds left, they might get it as it comes down midfield here. Panda's going to play for the 50, but no. They're just going to knock it right down, and Meat Lovers is going to take the second game now, up 2-1. But each game here, right, in this series decided by one goal off a critical error, a crucial mistake. So what a matchup, like I said earlier here, with both teams really just duking it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this has been lights out from both sides as we see Swzyy now jumping out. So Swzyy will be sitting for this last game, I believe. We also have Curls dropping out, so we have Slowsociety, which I believe I've seen chat asking where Slowsociety is. So I'm sure chat will be happy to see him come in. and Taco is coming back in with Jeansman and Rampage. So it it seems like it doesn't matter which lineup is in, but each lineup works. Like I've never.
Yeah.
It's very rare that you see that where every single iteration of a lineup just works per game, and I kind of love that about Meat Lovers that they have every single one of their lineups. They have 4 lineups and they all just work.
Yeah. Well, and I think honestly, Thunder Pups are going to shake the monkey off their back here on this next game. I think they're going to come out with some fresh energy, and we'll see what happens going into Game 4. Do want to make a quick mention, though, guys, that if you want to see yourselves on stream too, we do have openings here. We have no signups for tomorrow, so we've got both slots open, and then we also have the Wednesday slot open as well. So if you guys want to come hear us talk about you, make a chance to get some clips, and have everybody see how great you are, sign up, get on stream. Let's make sure that we can get some good plays going. But we're going to jump into game 4 here. 2-1, Meat Lovers, setting off game 4, 5 minutes. Here's the first kickoff.
Jeansman's going to try to take possession of the ball early. KG actually makes a car switch. He's no longer in the Fennec, now switching to the Octane, the tried and true of many of the players here in Rocket League. Rampage gets a great 50. There's Panda. KG trying to get a bump on Jeansman, but unable to find him. Going to be able to pass this back to the middle. Panda puts this off to the side. I'm not sure if Panda was the intended target for that pass. I do believe it was Slowsociety, but we're going to see how this game unfolds, as right now Meat Lovers are maintaining the offensive pressure that they had before. And Thunder Pups are are scrambling a little bit, but obviously Slowsociety just came in, so they have a little bit of time to get used to playing with him in this type of situation.
Yeah, and an awkward touch here by Taco throws that ball wide. Panda's going to be looking for a chance to come in there as he gets met by Jeansman and then bumped by Taco. That ball's going to sail towards their neck. Slowsociety is going to make the save, pass it back up to KG. KG's going to catch and get met immediately by Rampage. KG's just not getting any time to get anything set up here, which is a great move by Meat Lovers as they are trying to shut down that star score. But Slowsociety throws that ball high and mid. Here's KG coming for a drop down and gets saved by Jeansman. What an angle. That would have been just dirty. But what a save there by Jeansman too.
That was an incredible save and an incredible shot coming out from KG. Just 2 players meeting each other at the right point, and that is a great pass from Taco to get it out to Rampage. That is just good Team Rocket League. Taco was backwards getting that 50, by the way.
Yeah, what a save, or what a shot there by Meat Lovers to go in. They're up 1-0 now with a minute 30 into the game as that excellent kickoff throws that ball right to Thunder Pups net. Thunder Pups going to get met here in the corner as Panda takes it away. And unfortunately, just not a lot of follow-up that we're seeing from Thunder Pups, right? They're getting that ball onto the Meat Lovers side, but they're also giving Meat Lovers plenty of time to get to it. They've got to play that ball tighter if they want a chance to 2-2 this series.
Yeah, Meat Lovers are playing I want to say they're playing a little bit faster compared to Thunder Pups at the moment, and it's just allowing them to have a lot more time on this ball. And Thunder Pups need to. They had a good that 2-1 rotation that you were talking about. They had a good rotation working with that. As wow, Jeans just pops it over the entire defense, and this will be the biggest lead we've seen all night.
Yeah, 2-0. Jeansman gets the pop, sees KG just a little bit awkward and can't quite get back with the low boost situation. Plenty of time left here, but Thunder Pups are definitely going to have to pour on the power if they want to try and get something going.
Panda trying to get it by Jeansman. Jeansman, a great 50 to send it back into the Thunder Pups half. Thunder Pups are looking a little worse for wear. Panda going to put a shot on target, doesn't get through. It's off the corner, unable to make a connection.
No!
Slowsociety puts it off the corner as well. Thunder Pups are unable to find the back of the net. Those are 2 great opportunities that unfortunately just go posting out.
Yeah, unfortunate too, because Thunder Pups are definitely chomping at the bit here, trying to get some kind of score going here to wipe the 0 off that scoreboard. As that ball gets past mid, thrown to Taco, gets met by KG though, who sees it coming from a mile away. Panda knocks it down mid. There's no third shooter, Rampage is going to get an opportunity to throw this back out again. And let's talk about Rampage coming in here, game 2, and from then has just been an excellent sort of
Oh my!
setup and assistant to the Meat Lovers team here as he just sort of battles shoulders with everybody here to throw that across, and Taco's there to cut it wide into the net.
Slowsociety was definitely caught off guard there. Did not expect the ball to come flying out into the middle like that. Taco, right place, right time for that 50. Gives his team the 3-0 lead and gets a demo for his efforts at the same exact time here as thejeansman will put a shot on target and Meat Lovers are just playing phenomenally.
Yeah, definitely some aggression coming out here as they realize that, hey, if we can open up this defense and find the holes, we're going to hammer those holes. And
Pause.
Thunderpups just got, yeah, I know, whatever. Thunderpups has just got to recover with just under 2 minutes left. They just really got to try here to make something happen here. Slowsociety gets met with Rampage on that 50. He's going to come up the corner here, try and get it around 1 and 2. Gets it wide. KG's going to pour on the power here to try and get past. Leaves it for Panda. Panda's going to knock it high. Panda's looking for a setup here, but it gets knocked away by Taco. And the response from Meat Lovers to any kind of setup that Thunderpups have had has just been kind of immediate as they just continue to run up the score points here. Rampage getting his own touch now, skipping the assist and going straight for the shot here as it comes off the ceiling.
thejeansman now has a cycle for this game. Meat Lovers are just playing on another planet right now. Thunderpups have no answer there. They do have a few shots on target, but it's just not enough compared to the way that Meat Lovers are playing at the moment. Taco's able to clear this ball away, has 0 boost. Slowsociety to the middle, looking for a dish down to KG, and KG finally gets his team on the board, but 4 goals down and a minute 10 to go. There is not a lot they can really do here.
Yeah, we'll see though. That I played with KG all last season, and I know that guy is a fighter for sure. And we'll see if they can really just pull Thunderpups in to make this lead a little bit closer. As Panda gets a cut to the middle here and gets knocked down. KG there to knock it back down, throws it to thejeansman. thejeansman doesn't get anything because he dies. But that ball's going to go from Taco up to the goal, and it's going to bounce crossbar. He knows a shot's coming as KG lines up trying to get that defensive edge. Throws it wide. Gets knocked mid, no boost, but has the ball to get over 1, and that slowdown actually kind of threw Taco for a loop there. He wasn't able to get the 50 that he was looking for, but Slowsociety is going to throw it to the corner now. He's going to have to try and pass it down. Leaves it for Panda. KG is looking for some boost anywhere on the field here, but is forced to turn back up. Just barely gets the miss. A crossbar again goes wide, and Thunderpups still fighting here with 30 seconds left, making sure that they make some kind of statement here as the game starts to wind down.
Taco's gotta hate. Oh my goodness. Taco, you've put like 3 shots on target and have not been able to find the back of the net. This man is fiending for 1 more goal. And Panda also trying to get something going, but with time running out, Meat Lovers are going to win this series 3-1. Taco looking for another opportunity. The ball's gonna hit the ground. Meat Lovers will win the series in dominant fashion.
Yeah, incredible performance here from Meat Lovers, making a statement in that last game to make sure that they didn't leave the field with a 2-2. Unfortunate for Thunderpups, but let's talk again about that game 1 showing absolute performance from both teams. And with the exception of game 4, each game decided by a single goal. So I'm sure both these teams are going to continue to bully some of the other teams here in this challenger tier. But we definitely have to give props to Meat Lovers for showing out here and doing an excellent performance. We do have an interview lined up too. I think we're going to grab Taco in here eventually, but congratulations to both teams. It's always a toss up when you go on stream. It's always a challenge. There's extra nerves. So great efforts from both teams.
Yeah, it was a fantastic series all the way around. Game 4 being the exception, but yeah, almost every game being decided by a goal that just shows you how strong the tier in general is, and it was a fantastic watch. And I do believe you are right. We have Taco. I think he should be waiting in the interview room, or he could just join because he is in the media committee. There he is. Took him long enough.
Taco, what's up, man? How you doing? Hey, congratulations. What a shootout though. Let's talk about, except for the 4th game, those first 3 games all being decided by a goal. How are your guys' nerves going into those games?
We were pretty composed. We have a really good mentality this season, I think. I'm really proud of how this roster is progressing. We've got a very strong team and one of the stronger teams I've been on in a while. And we don't let our heads drop after a goal. We keep fighting. We know just the small goals and stuff, small errors can make a difference in these games, and you never know when you're going to get your chances.
So, Taco, I have to ask, just because of the way things were going for you in that last game there, brother, you missed the net 3 times. What happened there?
Well, all of them literally hit not the backboard, they hit the crossbar and were like the most difficult bounces to read. So like one of them disrupted Jeans, and then the other two, like I couldn't read them. Like we were trying to read them, but they hit the worst part of the crossbar. But I feel like that's how it is this season for me for some reason. I literally have the lowest shooting percentage of like anyone who's played over 10 games in Chally, I think.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Hey, so game time decision to throw Rampage in game two, and it seems like it kind of worked out for you guys. He brought some fresh energy. He brought some really great just backline defense to keep you guys on the offensive edge. What has he been doing for you guys this season?
Yeah, Rampage is a really good player. In my opinion, he's our best player. We were just rotating our lineup today. We're past the really difficult part of our schedule, and we are getting more comfortable and getting rotating, getting everyone some game time, which is great. And the Rampage is he's a rock. He's very reliable. He's a really good shooter. He's always in the right positions, and he's just a consistent force. And you need that when you've got my inconsistencies. You need someone who can, just be reliable, and you know where he's going to be and what he's going to be able to do.
It's a very great thing to have that solid third or fourth man in a lot of cases. Just someone that could be a solid rock in the foundation of the team. Uh, I have to ask, looking forward, looking at the rest of the teams in your tier, do you think you guys have what it takes to win your division, or is there another team that you're kind of looking at as we might struggle with them a little bit?
Um, well, there's no divisions. There's just conferences in Chally. So
Well, yeah.
it's going to be
Excuse me.
difficult. So it's because it's 16 teams, and there are some strong teams. Like Insider Traders are good. Threshers, I think, are the team to watch. They are a very strong team. That the core of that team won the Challenger Championship last season. Storchburn's a great player. Plus, they added another really good player and a tier max player in Alpha Dingo. So they have a really strong team, and they are definitely going to be, I think, the team that I would say I'm the most scared of if we were to put in a challenge for the first seed in this conference.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. No, it's definitely a competitive tier. We were talking about earlier how the top 9 teams are only split by 4 wins, which is wild to have this close into the season, only about halfway through the season. I think that's going to wrap it up for us, Taco. Really appreciate you guys showing up and putting on a show for us. Looking forward to seeing you guys maybe on stream again, and good luck with the rest of your season, man.
Thank you.
Awesome, guys. Hey, thank you again, guys, for tuning in. That was Sunday night. We still have Monday, Wednesday, and next Sunday all available. So, again, if you guys are still listening, if you guys want to play on stream, talk to your teams, get them signed up, and let's get some other folks here so we can get some non familiar faces here on stream. Do want to also say we are trying to push towards that 500 follower goal. We're at 469. So, do pass along the stream to your friends, to your family. Let's get them all tuned in as well so that we can really showcase what we got going on here in RSC. With all of that, though, MD, pleasure casting with you tonight. Let's wrap it up. MVP for the night. Who do you think we got?
I would say the super sub Rampage.
Yeah,
Rampage brought a whole new level to that Meat Lovers team.
No, I agree too. You can definitely tell the energy kind of shifted with Rampage coming in, and it just kind of worked out for them. Don't think they would have pulled out that 3-1 without him in the back line helping out. So I'm going to throw my vote in for Rampage too.
With that being said, I mean, like Bullet was saying, we do have plenty of stream signups. Go ahead and get your team signed up. Even if you don't want to hear us yap, get your team signed up. You can mute the stream and you can just watch your team play. And you don't even have to hear us yap. We got plenty of people that are willing to come in here and cast your games, whatever you guys want. Do believe coming up soon we do have a couple of special guest casters in the schedule, but I do not remember what days those are on. But yeah, that's going to do it for us. Thank you once again to Russ for producing in the background. Bullet, pleasure casting with you as always. Hope to do it some more as the season progresses. And I'm excited for you to start casting in the finals because those are always fun and always a good time.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for finals, man. We're definitely going to see some really great matches this season.
With that being said, we're going to be signing off for the night, and you guys have a good one. Bye-bye.